I'm supposed to be drinking sodas, but apparently this one's kind of nice. A little bit.
Yeah, it's apple juice.
It's apple juice, and I mixed in some.
Right, family.
You happy?
Right. Keep saying check video resolution, but I won't be able to do that right now.
Yeah.
So current resolution is 9, which
is it set to high
yeah,
resolution?
it's probably something I should set from the streaming software. Tell you what, sometimes. Okay, this was stream health.
723. Okay, so those were passed. Okay, awesome.
Right, family. Sorry, going through some technical issues, but
that is not
we will try. We will just say again. We're just gonna try and get going with it. Okay. What we're trying to say is the idea of our brethren in the diaspora having any fears to come into the continent of Africa is unfounded.
Yeah.
And our brother here, Brother Anthony Jermaine, and Sister Lydia, and Brother Hillary here, are just to give you that confidence and tell you that in their own words why you should come to Uganda. Okay, so if we're still live, somebody let me know. Give me 1. If we're still live there, give me a 1. Give me audio video check.
It's encrypting the message that you type. Wow.
Yeah, connection says it's fine. Connection says it's fine. So like everything's still just okay there. And okay, and do apologize for the cutoff in the earlier one.
Yes, yeah,
so it looks like we're back, and guess what, family? Whatever happens on this stream, the whole idea is to bring this to you in as a right quality as possible. So my promise to you is, whatever happens this evening, we again in real nice daylight, so that you get the full vibes. But we know that the ones of you who managed to catch it live today, this will also you. Okay, all right. So, but the HD quality and all that, we will replace it, even if you don't catch it today. Okay. So we say thank you again to everyone who is linking in right now, live from all over the world, 4 corners of the earth. We are in East Africa, Uganda precisely, in a beautiful town called Jinja. Okay,
part of Uganda.
Eastern part of Uganda as well. Okay, so the East is playing a whole lot of part in this thing today. Okay, so we're gonna let brother Jermaine speak on a few options, on a few topics right there, which we have asked him already. So the fear factor of our people coming down, either from the States or from the UK or Europe or Australia, wherever we are, is that fear factor, is it founded at all from what you see in Uganda?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Right?
Yeah, it's just propaganda, that's all.
Matter
of fact, we experience the opposite here, man.
Wow. Okay, so you hear that, family? The opposite is the reality. Okay, you're hearing me on the camera right there. The opposite is the reality. Okay, home is home. It's about time we put our minds and our hearts to a place where we can actually rest. I've been here now. Yes, lockdown has been all over the world, but I tell you what, I would not want to be locked down anywhere else on the earth. Okay, all right. So if the lockdown continues even for the next coming years, just get yourself over here. Get yourself over here. Okay. So the fear factor is not founded. Now, the other question is tied in. Do African people, do they like, do diaspora, do they get any love from the Africans when they come to Africa? Brother Hillary, what's your point on that?
They do.
Yeah?
There's a lot of it.
Volume, just in case.
There's a lot of it.
Where's our mic anyway?
Which
one's
right
our
here.
mic? We got one here as well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So just because you're on the farthest end there,
sure.
yeah?
I think
Yeah.
Brother Jermaine spoke about it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, and not just foreigners,
Yeah.
but pretty much it's a general. I think it's genetic or something. It's wired within us.
Right.
I just said you real quick. One time I was in the Kalenjin community. And I'm just trying. I'm a traveler. I just go
Is that in
around.
Kenya?
Yes, in
Yeah,
Kenya.
Right.
yeah. And then I'm just, I just get into a farm because it's hills and everything. I'm so excited to go up
Right.
hills. Someone's farm, and
Someone's backyard, yeah.
So he sees me on. So he's wondering what I do. So he starts to speak to me, and I don't speak the language.
Right.
I decided to go to him and explain. I'm like, I'm trying to find an excuse to ask him to forgive me and all that.
Right.
And I get to him, he's trying to speak to me in Kalenjin. I don't understand the language.
Right.
So he notices. It's like, oh, so you're actually a visitor? I'm like, yeah. So he turns to English, like a visitor. I'm like, yeah. Like, oh, welcome. So good to see you. He now takes me to his home.
Wow.
And he serves me with breakfast.
So fear is giving way to fear is giving way to friendship.
Yes,
basically.
he serves me.
Right.
He serves me with
Right.
amazing breakfast and shows me the better
Right.
way, the right path. So, and I've seen that everywhere I've gone.
Right.
I live with this philosophy that people would rather help you than hurt you. People here are not going to hurt you. They're going to. There's bad people everywhere. That's okay. I know everywhere you go, but people are always going to try and unless you come off with wrong energy yourself.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So, brothers, you hear that? Fear gives way to friendship over here in Africa, and nowhere else better than East Africa, Uganda, precisely right now. I mean, let me tell you, family. I don't know if I've shared my experience and spiritual experience when I came down to Uganda. I had been looking all over the world where to go. All right, with my family. And where we mind and feel free to roam around like real, farm animals, not like confined within four walls. Yeah. And when I stepped out of the into the airport at Entebbe, I was just sure this was it.
Oh yeah.
The spirit, just I've been places in my life. I mean, it was just I don't know.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It was just no question.
Yeah.
It was just no question, like, family, I'm from Nigeria, right? And I've been to Nigeria. And honestly, even when I went to Nigeria, I didn't feel the same. I felt like, this is where I grew up. Yeah. But just for that naturalistic, call it a mystical feeling.
Yeah.
Of a connection of some sort. So, but I said, don't get over yourself too quickly, right?
Yeah.
So you step into the country itself, and what I found for me, first thing I was looked out for was and we're gonna come to it, is the greenery of the country, water, yeah. So I found a lot of water, a lot of greenery, and all of that was evident. So that for me sealed the deal, family. So do not be afraid. Do Africans like us? Absolutely.
Well, no, like they love.
I'm sorry.
Kind of
Correction
yeah.
Correction taken. Africans don't like us, love us. All right. So there's brother Ty slipping up again. Yeah. So I'm getting slow, I think. Yeah. So thanks for that, brother Jim. Yeah. Okay. So Africans don't like you. You're home. You are at home. All right, Sister Lydia. What do you think? A fear factor? People in the diaspora, America, UK, Europe, they're afraid. Some of them are afraid. Am I at home? Will I be welcome at home? And so on and so forth. What's your words for them? What do you think?
Well, there is no fear
Right.
in Africa. There is no
Right.
fear in Uganda.
Right.
Guys out there, please come and see for yourselves.
Right.
We might talk so much, but you just have to come and feel it for yourself
Okay.
and get the experience for
Okay.
yourself. It's a community.
Okay.
It's a loving community.
Okay.
You'll be welcome to any place, to any home.
Right.
It's just
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
It's just love.
And
I
actually,
hear that.
a part of my if anything, we talk about opposites. Like again, maybe it's because I'm from a society that's not so welcoming, but I think Africans, well, let me say Ugandans, sometimes I find it almost, I don't know, kind of silly how welcoming people are. Like it's, again, from my own, background, I kind of sometimes get like, man, like that's just too much.
Right.
Because like it's just such a you're almost like, man, this is too much. Like, you expect at least some kind of like, because I always have arguments with people like, yeah, no wonder we were slaves before, because with this kind of mentality, it's just too welcoming.
Maybe it's the way I want to put it in terms of how we feel us who've been away for too long. The way maybe I want to put it is this: maybe we expect a handshake, then we get a hug.
Yeah, exactly. That has happened to me a lot. I'll tell you. I love stories, and I like traveling. One you may know Kapchora, and I think you should all visit Kapchora. One of the best places. The most beautiful space.
What part of Uganda is that?
That's off the far east, next to the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah. And in there, when I don't live, I just go to visit the place, and I regard those guys family,
Right.
And I'm there, and so I have a family I live with when I'm there, but of course, the sense of community in Africa is just
it's unmatchable.
Yeah, so sometimes I don't have lunch with my family because I just can't eat anymore. I've been eating like you guys. Yes, been running everywhere. But also, if for some reason you are broke or whatever, you can actually go to your neighbor and get food. They get a cluster of bananas or something. You cannot starve. So the sense of community for me is that I would never trade that for anything.
Yes,
I'd never trade that for
so much. Like I literally have to hide sometimes, because if you go to a house and don't eat, it's like you disrespect the house. So you have to skip. If I go, and you have to eat full meals. Not like you take it. If you take a taste, you're like, no. So you have to eat. Sometimes actually you're hiding. Like, I can't.
And how you think people are in town and they forget about this? But before I moved back to Jinja, I was living in Kampala. And because of this hustle, you wake up and go to work and come back. So when I resigned my job and I was staying home a little bit more, I was not so used to so I would stay in my indoors,
Right.
And then my neighbors would just come and knock and be like, "Hey, how's going with
why you self quarantine?"
Right.
I'm like, wow.
Listen for the lockdown.
Yes. And I get so, I'm like, wow, this is so much, That's for me, that sense of community. I would never trade that for anything.
Everyone is concerned about their
you.
neighbor.
Yes.
Right. So you hear that, family. So over here in East Africa, in Uganda specifically, where I am, with this moment in time, running live to the four corners of the world. And greetings of the peace to all of you who've logged in. We saw it because there has been no pre-information to you that we would be doing anything today. So I really appreciate you coming. Really seriously appreciate you coming in. And to brother Jermaine and to brother Hilary here and to sister Lydia here, just jazzing this thing up. They have promised that this won't be the last one.
No way. We have a lot to explore.
We should even take them around town.
By the way, something we didn't mention, which is one of the most significant thing about Uganda and Jinja in particular, that this is the home of the source of
the home of the source.
We're here at the source.
Listen, brother. This is one serious thing that our people online also are tapping into, which is of Africa as a whole. And that Nile has often been called the lifeline.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're right on it. You're right on it. What we will do off of this one, as we have the time, we will be taking you places, even as a group that we are, in a loving group. Even if the brothers and sisters in the group change, you still get the same love and more. All right. So they've promised that. So family, move on. Because of the uncertainty of the conditions outdoors, I am having to rush. So do forgive me that we haven't taken so much time to greet you as we always do individually. So, but we're seeing people logging in, even a brother from Senegal. Ultimate Truth says from Senegal, shalom here to you. People are logging in. Share the links, share the likes, share the subscribes, all the right things to do on the channel. I want you to know that these brothers and sisters here have given up some of their precious time in love. They're not being forced or coerced. They are so, excited just to be reaching out to you. So if you have any questions that you would want to ask them or want to ask me to ask them, just drop the questions in the chat or later on in the comment section of this video. Now there's a sister out there. I think her name was Jacqueline. She reached out a few days ago and said, Brother Ty, I want to come to Uganda. Give me more information. That's what she said. Now, I've written what type of information would you like? So first information we made on Uganda was about land and property. That was like 6 months ago, yeah? So that video is still on the channel. We will be refreshing that with the brothers that we have and the sisters that we have from now forward, all right? We will be refreshing those things. So if you have any questions you want to ask, even about the surrounding areas, just ask these questions. Now, I forgot to say, last stream we had, you had brother Stefan call in from Ethiopia, and he's on his way to Uganda as soon as things lift up from Ethiopia. Yeah. So we were on the last. Shout out to you, to you, brother, and all of you who you know packing your bags or preparing to pack your bags and stuff like that. Look, we can do this. We can do this if we link up with each other. We have this right support in place, right information in place. It's easier. It's easier. All right. So that's why we're doing what we're doing right now. Got any questions? Just drop it in there. Okay. So we're gonna move on to a few other things. Now, getting deeper into this issue, brothers and sisters, why would you recommend Uganda to anyone? Why would you ask them to choose Uganda over anywhere else for you as somebody who spent?
Well, you know, actually, there's a few things about Uganda that's kind of magical, I'd say.
Right.
It's very, very surreal. One of the big, I don't know, there's been over the few years some information about, but Uganda is actually a very, very, very peaceful country. Like it's incredibly peaceful,
and has been for a long time.
I mean, I'm from Philly. Okay, you see fights. Forget fights. I've seen shootouts on the
war.
street. Okay, I'm coming from school and there's like a gangbang on the bus. I'm like ducking. I'm like I'm not shot good, but I literally have seen maybe like one fight, and it's not like a real fight. It's just people, what people call a fight here is really not fights. I mean, but Uganda is just a peaceful country, and it's reflected in the people. Like it's just very peaceful, and that's just something I think coming from where I
that reversal of spiritual being from war to peace,
to calm. It's just
calm.
Very calm. I mean, even what we call war here is not really war. It's like play fight.
Wow.
Like people fighting just like this.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, that's one of the greatest things. So, and that's good for any kind of long-term investment. If your time resources into the country, and just that there's a sense of peace here, and it's not just in the mind, it's actually on the streets,
the ground itself.
Yeah, it's in the sectors.
The boots of peace are on the ground, basically.
Yeah. So it makes it good for like investment. So
we're gonna touch on that. We're gonna touch on that. Those investments and stuff.
That's one of the things I would. That's one thing. I have many, but I will in other.
We could deal in that.
That's one of my top ones. Just peace. The peace. That's
okay, because when there's no peace, you can't actually establish anything.
No, you can't.
No.
Peace is the foundation of everything you want to do, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Peace is that foundation, right?
Yeah.
That's why a lot of investors from Nigeria don't want to invest there.
Yes.
It's not just that there isn't the so-called general peace, but government taking over from government, coups and stuff. So instability is always like prevalent, So I suppose I'm still learning in Uganda here that Uganda has seen a calmness, a peaceful, movement and so on. The thing, it's not our business right now, but we're just looking at what's on the ground right now. So Brother Jermaine has said peace is his main. Now and I'm sure like once we get the time, you see all the other facets of his reasons for saying Uganda is where you need to come right now. So we're going to be digging into that. Sister Lydia, what would you say in your opinion, amongst other things, things?
Right.
Why should they come Uganda? Why shouldn't they go anywhere? Why shouldn't they go to Lagos, for example?
Thank you. Like I was born in Uganda. I've lived in Uganda all my life. And what I can tell you about Uganda is that the cost of living is very, very low.
The cost of living.
Yes.
That's one thing I've always said, and I gave it that name. I said, I'm not trying to stop you from speaking, Sister Lydia.
Yes.
I just want to put in these words while you are. I've said, once I came to Uganda, I said, it's not a cheap place to live. It's a quality price. It's a quality price. You're getting quality for your money. You see what I mean? Cheap means... it means any quality. But low cost is how I put it. Low cost living.
Oh my gosh.
Low cost is different to cheap. Cheap implies you throw it away in 2 days time. But what you have here for your money is low cost quality living. Am I correct?
Yes,
Very correct.
Yeah.
very
Go ahead,
correct,
sister.
yeah.
Go ahead, sister.
Yeah, like I was saying, the cost of living in Uganda is very, very low.
Right.
You can survive on like less than $2 a day.
Right.
Yeah, for food, for water. So it's a nice place to be.
Right.
That's what I can say about the cost of living.
Okay, so you got that cost of living here is absolutely perfect, and from my experience, and we're going to be digging into that in another video. We're going to be digging into that, all of us. Our hands are going to be on deck to show you, family, what we mean when we say cost of living is super economy. Economy not meaning cheap. Economy meaning quality. Quality. You understand? Quality. We show you all of that, brother Hillary.
Brother Jermaine and Sister Lydia have pretty much said all the stuff. But I want to say one thing. In Uganda, and I've not felt this elsewhere, is one thing is for sure is the tension. There's really no tension.
Right.
Living in life. You wake up in the morning through the day, and like there's really not much tension. And also as a community, because I know other countries where the state is like so involved in your life, pretty much what you're gonna have for breakfast. Like you just, you don't leave. The state is like controlling everything.
Right.
Now we do have the state, of course, here. I'm not saying there's no problem. There's problems everywhere. There's some of the systems are wrong, but as a community, you can, as a person, you can wake up in the morning and live your life. You go through the week with
almost
without,
the way you want, without any interference.
Without interference from the state. That gives you a lot of freedom to just
be who you are,
to be who you are, and live, kind of create a life according to people. Some people will complain about things, but honestly, if you put your best foot forward, you're going to try and get what you want to get without interference. That's the most important thing.
Right. Okay, Young Puddy, thank you very much for coming in. Young Puddy is is almost our only handler on our channel for what you call it now, moderator and so on. So Young Puddy, thank you so much. I can't, family, and if I mention any name, I feel like I need to mention all of you. So, but we're always in each other's hearts, all right? So, but Young Puddy is there doing his job of just so Young Puddy, if you got anybody's questions that they are asking, just put them forward for us, please, and share the email so that people know where to ask questions. As we go along, I'm gonna take the brothers and sisters' emails or contacts for certain and different reasons. Okay, for all kinds of things that I myself cannot be. All right, so business, investment opportunities, knowing your way around. Questions about this and about that, immigration, schools, all the kind of things you want to talk about. All right, so drop your questions on the chat, and Young Puddy will forward those questions. I'll be looking out because I'm paying much attention to the brethren here, so I can't really read the comments so much. But Young Puddy, thanks. Just drag the questions forward for us. So one of the questions are. And this question will go to you, Brother Jermaine. Okay. What are different ways to make a living in Uganda as far as making money for food, rent? Okay. Yeah, people wanna know that. I mean, it's like, brethren, you don't even need to ask. That's I wouldn't leave that out for you. I definitely wouldn't leave that out. But brother, thank you for putting the question forward, so people know that we've been asked and we got to answer it. Yeah. So I don't know if I should go first or let Brother Jermaine go first. Yeah. So you take it away, Brother Jermaine.
Well, true story. I didn't. When I came to my I guess my journey here wasn't. It's not typical because like I say, I was born in Jamaica. And when I was 5, I just kind of felt like 5 years old. I felt like I was supposed to come to Africa. I think I saw like a kid on TV, and I was like, I'm supposed to go there. Now, when I went to America and I lived there for like the next 20 years, I've always wanted to come here. When the opportunity came, I just came. Like I packed 2 suitcases and took a one-way ticket and just got in a plane and came here.
I thought that was crazy because that's how I do things.
Yeah, So for me, I didn't necessarily have like anything figured out before I came here. Like I know a lot of guys come here as missionaries. They have like support from back home. Some people have family who support them. So I was just like on my own. A single guy in Uganda, absolutely no money, just there.
And I can tell you a lot of faith, faith over form, or what?
And I can tell you from that experience, there are so many opportunities, and of course, let's separate. If you have money, the opportunities are yours. Like you don't have to worry. Like in any country, you go there with your money, you're fine. Right. But let's talk about the regular man. You may be in America, you have a job, or in Europe, you have a job. You're
working a 9 to 5
minimum wage. Even that, like just. Right there, that's a sweet spot. Because it's like the cost of living here is very low. So what you would spend, what you would actually, 1 day's work is probably what some people would make in like a month or more. 1 day. I'm not talking about
one day work in the States.
Could cover people's rent for like a month. So we're talking about that. Kind of
repeat that again, just in case the video cut started.
So 1 day's work.
1 day's work
sometimes is more than what some people make in a month or more
over here.
And we could have distinction about why that is, but again, that's an advantage to our brothers on the other side.
Absolutely.
And that's it. So what you in America, the money that you make, that you're not an investor, that money you could be an investor here. You think you're making like let's say you're working a regular job, you're making a little bit above minimum wage. Like here, that's investment money you can invest.
You're hearing that, family. You're hearing that.
So the opportunities here are far greater
than in
I mean, literally.
I'm so excited. I'm just jumping ahead of you while you're talking.
So for me though, I'm a tech guy. I do I'm an entrepreneur, but that for me, I'm a creative, but that for me include entrepreneurship and like technology stuff. So one of my things surviving here is just day-to-day survival. Like I'll do website, a logo, or app or something, and that stuff is just amazing how you can survive here, even as a foreigner, just by actually working here. Because I don't really get any money from overseas. All my stuff is here.
Right.
And to tell you the truth, I'm very purposeful. So I'm working on a startup right now, and I put all my time in there. But if I was even supposed to like apply myself to, I could be making. So as far as survival here, man, it's the opportunities here are endless. And it could be from like big investment in oil or whatever, or just day-to-day survival. And like I said, the advantage with our brothers and sisters from the other side is the exposure to certain things which here may not be as advanced yet. So there's a lot of opportunities to not just to take advantage of, but to also train and teach, and that in itself is an opportunity. So there's so much as Africa and Uganda in particular is virgin in some areas, especially when it comes to tech, or like maybe a lot of things that we take for granted on the other side. So man, we probably should do a whole segment on this particular topic, because it's really like I said, I came here with 2 suitcases and no money, and I have never starved, and I don't go around begging. I can just live and make my way here just as a guy.
The money is inside you, not in the boxes.
Exactly, and opportunities here.
The money is inside us,
That's a
not,
good
idea.
not in the boxes. Yeah, not in the
exactly.
suitcases that we carry around.
No.
Don't forgive me, brother. Right. I'm sorry, because we got the light. The light is concentrated here, and we're in proper nature right
Good
now.
thing that was the cloth.
Yeah. So family, my brother skipped on answering a little bit, but I think he answered broadly. All right? So what we're gonna do is, people want to know, like,
they want specific.
what you do, rent.
Okay.
And was that food?
Yes, food and
Rent and food, right? But the brother has told you, listen.
I just freelance. basically.
Listen, right. For food is so plenteous and so low cost and so immediate to you. Depending the big cities which I avoid, because of the chaos of the city is not what you're looking for. That's my opinion. But the excitement of the city, that you can always supplement. But my suggestion is that you do not hold yourself down in the city. You want to free yourself from the city mentality. So you want to come out. So for where we are right now, food is plenteous, food is immediate, food is all of that. So according to what Sister Lydia was saying before, you could live on $2 a day and your belly is full and your mouth ain't thirsty at the end of the day for $2 a day. And I can tell you could live for even less than that.
Yes, exactly.
Now we're going to be talking about how families survive, all right? So maybe we'll do that in a different video, because what we wanted to do is show you a whole table of foods and how these, how much these cost and the prices and so on and so forth. Some of you may have seen the first video we did 6 months ago, when Brother Ty went house hunting. Okay, so refer to that video. Refer to that video on the channel. Refer to that video on the channel. However, we're still gonna touch on that lightly in this video here, because the question was asked, what about rent? So food is plenteous. Trust me, family, for $1 a day, if you're the type who loves healthy food, you wake up at 10 in the morning. Let's say you wake up at 10 in the morning. You have your coffee and a little thing, right? Come on, bro.
That's breakfast.
The sun's shining outside. The sun alone fills up your body. And that's number one. By the time evening coming, you take that $1.50 to the market. If that's how you want to roll, you're full. You're full. Like, you understand? And that's if you don't even plan. Listen, there's restaurants you can go to for $10 if you want to. If you if you want to. If you want, like, say you just want to go, like,
splurge.
But say you just want to make sure that, listen, for 3 months, $200 is enough for 3 months to eat, and you will eat well. We'll show you. We'll put the foods on the table for you and break it down. I myself have been here for 2 months and more now, and I'll show you what's in the house. All right. So, but I want the brethren to speak of their own knowledge. So it's not like Brother Ty trying to take over your vision here. I want you all to see these things for yourself. So, Sister Lydia, you're a woman, right? You're a woman. People in Uganda, right? They and look, listen, look at everybody here, right? They look nice. All right, everybody here look nice. The skin glistening. My brother here scored me this girl back.
I'm kind of
it's because he's on a mission. I understand. He's on a mission. So. But the people in Uganda, they're all right. Their skin is fine. You would have heard that coronavirus is struggling to get in here. There's more virus on the computers of Bill Gates than there is coronavirus, if you get the drift. So, point is, Uganda is healthy. It's called the Pearl of Africa, even the food basket of Africa. If you
it is.
Right? The food basket of Africa. All right, if you ain't careful, it's like so green. It's like bananas are growing off of my home yard. You know what I'm saying? So, Sister Lydia, people want to know about food. Give us some examples. I know you probably won't